Hi everybody, I am Dr. Sivashankar, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Guru Nanak College. Today we are going to study about the introduction to microeconomics and macroeconomics. What is meant by macroeconomics? What is meant by microeconomics? That microeconomics is generally the subject matter of economics has been studied into two broad branches. One is microeconomics and another one is macroeconomics. In those days, there is no differentiation between the micro and macroeconomics. All are studied as a economic only. The term was first coined and used by Ragnar Frisch. He only pointed out the difference between the micro and macroeconomics. He is a Ragnar Frisch. This gentleman is known as Ragnar Frisch. He only kind and pointed out the micro and macroeconomics. Now, microeconomics. The term micro has been derived from Greek word called micros, which means small. So, microeconomics therefore studies the behavior of individuals' economic units of an economy like households, individual firms, individual consumers and also individual producers, etc. Here we can see the word individual repeatedly. From that itself we can easily know that the microeconomics study the individual person or individual households, firms, consumers, etc. Okay. Now we can see the definition for the microeconomics. According to Professor Bodhi, microeconomics is a study of particular firms, particular households, individual prices, wages, incomes, individual industries and particular commodities. Not for all. Okay. So once again I repeat the term. Microeconomics is a study of particular firms. For example, cinema is the industries. Entire industry. Cinema is the industry. Likewise, that Sun Pictures or Red Giant movies or Leica products, these are a firm. If I study about the Sun Pictures, it is known as micro. If I study the entire cinema industry, means that is macro. Okay. Further, we are going to study about some more points in microeconomics. In microeconomics, we study the behavior of individual economic agents in the markets for different goods and services and try to figure out how prices and quantities of goods and services are determined through the interaction of individuals in these markets. Now, macroeconomics. Likewise, macroeconomics. The term macroeconomics is derived from the Greek word macros, which means large. So, from this word itself we can easily understand that macroeconomics is study about the huge, which means large thing. Like, for example, total supply or total demand. We call that as aggregate demand, aggregate supply, aggregate income. Likewise, we can study definition. Definition. according to Professor Bodhi, macroeconomics deals not with individual quantities as such, but the aggregates of these quantities, not with individual income, but with national income, which means it's not deal with my family income or your family income. It deals with entire national income, entire individuals, which means nothing but national income. Not with individual prices, but with price levels. Not with individual outputs, but with national output. So, that macroeconomics is trying to get understanding of economy as a whole by focusing our attention on aggregate demand. Okay? Aggregate measures such as total output, total employment, and aggregate price level. Here, we are interested in finding out how the levels of this aggregate measures are determined and how the levels of these aggregate measures change over time. So, macroeconomics is focusing on aggregate measures of total income, total employment, and aggregate price level. Okay. Further, in finding out how the levels of these aggregate measures are determined and how the levels of these aggregate measures changing over a time. Some of the important questions that are studied in macroeconomics are as follows. What is the level of output in the economy? What is the level of output in the economy? It's not possible to find in microeconomics. It is. Secondly, how is the total output determined? Likewise, how does the total output grow over time? And also, are the resources of economy, for example, you consider labor, okay, fully employed, whether the laborers are fully employed or underemployed or unemployed. This must be find out through macroeconomics only. Okay? Not only this, and also, what are the reasons behind the unemployment of resources? What are the reasons behind the unemployment of resources? And why do price rises? Why do price rises? These all are the important questions is coming under macroeconomics. From hereafter, we are going to further study in macroeconomics and also microeconomics. Okay? Thank you. If you like this video, kindly subscribe my channel Guru Bodhi Economics. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you once again all.